Hello. Jay Nell here with another 5-minute movie review. And real quick, like I always say, check the description. You see the movie I'm talking about. If you have not seen it already, and just know that I do not give away major spoilers or any kind of plot lines at all in my reviews. I'm able to just talk about it kind of in a general principle, and we can discuss. If you're like me though, and you don't even want to know if the main character got a haircut 3 days into the movie, then you don't want to watch this. Go ahead, watch the movie, then come back and we can discuss. And speaking of that, please go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, please, or the dislike button, however you may feel. Go ahead and comment down below so we can get the discussions talking about these movies, these series here, because I love movies. So let's go ahead and talk about these movies. You do have to follow me on all platforms to get all of my entertainment news, plus, of course, all the sports content as well. So that's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and now newly TikTok. Whew, and I appreciate all of the support. Now, we are here to talk about the 5th installment, The Forever Purge. Do it again. The Forever Purge. Directed by Everardo Valerio Gout. I hope I said that correctly. Now, this movie is about an hour and 45 minutes long, and it moves like they all do. Starts immediately upbeat throughout the entire thing. Don't blink. I like, real quick, the costumes in this movie. It feels more real. They have a lot of really cool masks and like armor, gear, stuff like that, but a lot of really cool masks. You don't have a lot of full costumes like ballerinas and bunnies like we were used to seeing. So because of that, it feels less more like Halloween night and more so like this is happening in real life. And I dig that. Again, lots of cool masks though, so that definitely has that purge feel from that. You have multiple purge groups who are purging for multiple reasons, and they kind of get in their way a little bit, which I always like. The cast. Love this cast. The cast is full of actors who are completely capable, who you know from other projects, like, oh, that's the girl that played Maria in Army of the Dead. Check out the link in the description below for my 5-minute review of Army of the Dead. But yeah, the cast is all fully capable, credible actors who all work together very well. You see the chemistry immediately, whether they're characters who dislike each other or not. You see that chemistry, and I really, I mean, horror movie, I love horror movies, but you know the actors aren't, you know. So I really appreciate it when you have this level of talent in a horror movie. Now, you have different groups of people who are coming together to basically survive this situation. As you do see in the trailer, they are purging after the purge has technically ended. And that kind of happens early on in the movie. So because of that, the violence isn't as it's not as gratuitous. It's not as like blood and guts all over the place. It's a little bit more unexpected, so people are being caught off guard because, again, this is supposed to have stopped. So it's a bit more sporadic, and I like that. There's more time for character development and all of that, which, again, I totally appreciate in this movie. The characters, they make some pretty decent decisions, although they have some moments where they're just silly. And it's like, well, I guess if you didn't do that, we wouldn't have a movie now, would we? But for the most part, they actually are pretty capable and they make decent decisions. Now, of course, there's a political backdrop to this, as there is to all the Purge movies, which are basically about income inequality and delegating resources and things of that nature. This has another twist with the, there is, the Latino population. This takes place in a Texas border town, so right there with the Mexican population. People who have their ideas, because like I said, there's multiple groups who have their ideas of what the American is supposed to look like, is supposed to be, the life that they're supposed to live. And they're trying to cleanse of the people who they feel don't meet that mode. Again, multiple groups with multiple ideas who get in each other's way. So you have these people who are not a part of that. And they're coming together to get the heck on up out of here because chaos. Where we're at, the local law enforcement does not have control. We gotta go. So you have different groups of people coming together, and I like the fact that they push the whole, now these movies are not subtle, right? So for movies that aren't subtle, this is pretty balanced in the whole, like, essentially Latinx people are just as good as we are, or whatever. They're Americans just like us. And they managed to push that message without it being in your face, like the Wonder Woman sequel, where it's like the superhero is a freaking woman that's the lead character. Just make her a strong character by making her multi-layered and complex, and that will get your message across. Not the whole I am Roman, hear me roll. But anyway, back to the Purge. So the main two characters in our ensemble cast, they are Mexican husband and wife. And the husband in particularly, I really like the way they just simply made him a badass, and not in a superhero kind of way. He didn't have superhero human strength. He, because of his job, he had familiarity with certain weapons, certain tools of that nature, and he used them correctly in the correct time. He used the element of surprise. The characters worked together to get through this. So he's a badass in a way that makes sense. Okay, and that was and the relationship, of course, with his wife, and the relationship that he has with the different groups of people that he's forced to work with. That's what pushes the message of these people are just like us, by the way they behave, by the way they go throughout this movie, especially the male lead character. So I really appreciated that. Like I said, you do have some nice kills, so that's not gone yet. You do have other groups of people who are also badasses who come involved, and so yeah, overall, I like the movie. Like I said, they always expand upon the idea, which sets the Purge movies away from the other movies, is that they actually have an idea, that they, a theory, a theme that goes throughout the movie that they expound upon. So I like the movies. If you enjoyed the Purge movies, you'll enjoy this one as well. I think this one is probably like my third favorite. I'm going to have to go back and watch Election Year, though. Boom. Oh, man. I thought it was running over and I had a couple more seconds and I don't have anything else to talk about. Dang, the colors are good. Lack of color, which kind of has a dystopian type look to it, which makes sense because it's after the Purge. Oh, man. Now I am done for real. Okay, but that's it. I've been filming for a while and I'm tired. So that is my review of The Forever Purge. Now let's go ahead and talk about the future, shall we? The way this movie ends, it either could be done or there could be sequels. And if there are going to be another sequel, I'd like them to go in a completely different direction, which they leave room for here. Whether it be an apocalyptic type, America has ended, escaped from the United States type of thing, or it's a let's recover from this, we've gained control, but now we're dealing with the after effects of the Purge, kind of like in the series, which brings me to what I really want. I don't really care for more movie sequels, but I want the series to come back. I like the Purge series. It had 2 seasons. Canceled for the 3rd. The ratings were okay, enough to bring it back, revamp it. The series takes the time to actually give you, really delve into all the multifacets world of the Purge. The government, how they have their thumb on it, how corporations deal with it, how the poor deal with it, how the internet and technology come into play, where you have crowdfunding for hits, crowdfunding for people to try to get gear to commit robberies and stuff, which of course that would happen. You've got, of course, revenge, because it goes throughout the entire year. The series starts with the Purge, it ends, and then the rest of the series goes throughout the rest of the year, where people are preparing, not preparing, trying to leave, whatever they're trying to do, go on with their life, knowing that this huge event's happening at the end of the year, whenever it's happening. So for me, I want the series back. I want the series back. So that's it for my review. Again, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe. Please go ahead and make some comments there. Let's get this dialogue going, because it seems like I like every movie. I got to get to a movie where I don't like, because I know you guys are over there like, she likes everything. So go ahead and comment down below. Please like, subscribe, talk to me, take care, and goodbye.